Hello, listeners! Today is January 26th, and this is a Garden a Day with Maidenbrock Gardens. We might be in the depths of winter's despair here on this January day, but friends, better days are ahead. Spring will be here before you know it. How do you know spring has sprung? Well, if you are at the site of today's garden, you know it when one of my absolute favorite flowers starts blooming. What is that flower, and where are we? Why, it's ranunculus, and we are at the flower fields at Carlsbad Ranch in beautiful, sunny San Diego, California. The big attraction at the flower fields is, of course, the 55 acres of 13 colors of giant ranunculus, a dazzling rainbow of beautiful flowers planted in tidy rows. Ranunculus is native to Asia Minor and is a member of the buttercup family. They're hardy in zones 8 through 10 and need to be treated as annuals in colder zones. The variety grown in the flower fields is considered one of the finest on earth. They've partnered with Easy to Grow Bulbs to sell a flower fields collection. I've included a link in the notes. All of this flower growing has been going on for nearly 100 years. A gentleman by the name of Luther Gage set to planting ranunculus seeds on his farm in South Oceanside in the 1920s, next to a vegetable farm owned by Frank Frazee. Frank liked the idea of growing flowers and started growing them on his own farm. Frank's son Edwin soon joined the farming business and took the flower breeding process to the next level. He began collecting seeds and selectively growing for size and color. The result are the 13 colors seen today at the flower fields. Edwin moved the farm several times and settled in 1965 on land owned by the Eck family, who still own the land today. The Eck family were poinsettia growers, but had moved their growing operation into greenhouses by 1965. Today, at the flower fields, you can visit the historic poinsettia display, a 1,500 square foot greenhouse with Paul Eck's poinsettias. Hundreds of poinsettias fill the greenhouse with more than 20 varieties of rare and unusual poinsettias on display. In the 1990s, Milano and Company took over the growing operation, and Paul Eck looked to tourism to improve the financial viability of the flower growing business. And from those roots, the flower fields were born. Paul Eck Jr. passed away in 2002 and Edwin Frazee passed away in 2004, but the flower fields remain today as a sustainable working farm and a testament to their love of growing flowers. In addition to ranunculus and poinsettias, visitors will find a 5-acre field of sunflowers, 2 acres of blueberries, a cymbidium orchid greenhouse, and the American flag of flowers, a display of red, white, and blue petunias planted each year in honor of those who died on September 11th. Expect to get lost in the sweet pea maze of more than 23 varieties of sweet peas. I hear this maze gets a bit tricky. Once you are free, check out the Illusion Garden, where things aren't exactly as you would expect them to be. The Sculpture Garden of Glass Sculptures is a pure delight, with butterfly benches and the fields of ranunculus as the backdrop. The display Glass in Flight includes sculptures by artist Alex Haveri of larger-than-life insects and birds crafted out of glass and steel. The Pothead Garden is an interesting and whimsical display of more than 15 concrete busts overflowing with flowers. You can also enjoy the Mediterranean Garden and Don Miller's Garden, named for a local artist, with aviaries with doves and finches. Or join the Master Gardeners of San Diego County in the Demonstration Garden to learn practical, sustainable, and beautiful ways to grow in your own garden. The Demonstration Garden includes 9 vignettes showcasing native plants, a small orchard, a pollinator bed, and more. In addition to the fabulous blooms, visitors can enjoy a tractor wagon ride or sign up for an action-packed schedule of events, including outdoor concerts, yoga and Pilates, flower crown making, suncatcher making, wine tasting, afternoon tea in the garden, and lots more. There's something to do just about every day of the season. Educational programs for children, including field trips and art and music activities, are also on offer. Children learn about composting, planting, the value of insects, and how to be water wise. Children will also enjoy visiting Santa's playground with oversized mushrooms, a crooked treehouse, and a doll's house. They might even want to try their hand at prospecting. Carlsbad Mining Company harkens back to the old days. Search for gemstones the old-fashioned gold miner way by sluicing water through boxes of sand. The flower fields at Carlsbad Ranch reopens for the season on March 1st, so you have plenty of time to plan your visit. But don't dawdle, the season is short. They close on Mother's Day in May. Purchase your tickets online before you go and plan to spend the better part of the day. Don't worry about going hungry. Food options on site include ice cream, popcorn, and other snacks, or heartier fare from the pizza and taco trolleys. Well, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Join me tomorrow to see where we're going next. If you like A Garden a Day, please consider liking, following, or subscribing to the podcast. It lets you know when a new episode is available, and it lets me know you like the show. Also, if you're able, please consider giving the show a 5-star review. I really do appreciate it. If all goes well, I'll be right back here tomorrow. See you then.